Now our next topic is physical and chemical changes. So two are the basic changes. So first is the physical. Now I'll give you an example that if water is kept in the refrigerator, after a few hours you see it converts to ice. And when you take it back out, after a few times it will again convert to liquid. If that liquid is kept on a gas stove, it will convert to vapor. And if vapor is condensed, it will again convert back to liquid. So in these changes, we see that only the states of matter has changed, but no other property of water is changing. Right? Water in the ice forms, water in the vapor form, and water in the liquid form. So its physical state of matter is changing, but no other change is found in the water. Whereas if we say that milk is taken and it is kept outside for 5, 6, 7 hours, and then we see that milk, what happened? It will be converted to curd. Now if we want to convert that curd to milk, it won't be converted. And this is a type of chemical change where physical as well as chemical property both is changing. Right? So this is the basic difference. So first of all, what is physical change? A change in which only the physical properties of the substance get changed while its chemical composition remains unchanged is called physical change. During physical change, physical properties such as color, volume, size, shape, magnetic properties of the substance may change and can be retained back. That means we can get it back. As I give example of ice, water and vapor. See, when sugar is added to water, it disappears to form its solution. After some time, if you see, you will not see the sugar. So it is disappeared. But its solution is formed. In solution, both water and sugar retain their properties. If we take a separation process of evaporation, the water will evaporate and the sugar crystal will take place. So sugar can be recovered from its solution by evaporating water. So we can say this change is a physical change. See, here are some typical physical changes. Evaporation and condensation of water or any other liquid, dissolution of common salt or sugar in water, crystallization of a substance from its solution. Just now I gave example, if we evaporate the water from the sugar solution and at last the paste of the sugar which remains, if we make it dry into the dryer, then the crystal of sugars will take place. That is the crystallization. We have also discussed about the crystallization of copper sulfate, right? Then magnetization of an iron piece or demagnetization of a magnet. When iron piece is kept again very near to the magnet for a longer period, it even starts behaving as magnet. But when it is taken away, it will again return its property back of the iron. In the same way, when two magnets are kept opposite to each other, they attract. But if they are kept like poles together, then they will repel and their magnetic property is removed. But when they are again kept opposite to each other, their properties is retained. So it is also a common example of physical change. What are the characteristics? So here are the characteristics of physical change. In a physical change, only the physical properties of the substances undergo change. The chemical properties of the substance remain unchanged. In a physical change, no new substance is formed. Physical change are temporary and can be easily reversed. That is, the original form of the substance can be obtained easily by simple physical methods. Example already given here, change of ice to water, water to vapor, Again vapor to water and water to ice on heating and on cooling, both the effect. The second is change of sweet milk. If kept in a refrigerator, it turns to ice cream. And if ice cream taken out of the refrigerator and kept for a while outside, it turns back to sweet milk. Right? So this is about the physical change. The next change is chemical change. A change in which chemical composition and chemical properties of the reacting substance undergo change, then it is called a chemical change. During chemical change, the nature of the reacting substance is completely changed and a new substance is formed. The new substance formed is called the product. Properties of the product are different from those of the original substances. See, here is an example. When carbon is burned in an open, it reacts with oxygen and forms carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide has properties entirely different from those of carbon and oxygen. Right? Thus, burning of coal, that is carbon, is a chemical change. Carbon is a solid form, usually black. It is combustible. Right? And when reacts with atmospheric oxygen, that is oxygen from the air, which supports the combustion, carbon dioxide is formed, which is colorless gas, which turns lime water milky. When carbon dioxide gas is passed through the lime water, or water of calcium carbonate, which is called lime water, it changes that water, colorless water, to the milky color, and it is non-combustible. See the properties. This carbon is combustible, it gives the heat, whereas oxygen is also supporting the combustion. You know that in absence of oxygen, the burning is not possible. So it also supports the combustion. Both are supporting combustion, but the product carbon dioxide is entirely different. It is non-combustible. Right? And so you have heard about carbon dioxide fire extinguisher. Right? So this is the chemical change, that its property completely changes of the product. See, here are some common chemical changes. Burning of coal or carbon, wood, paper, these are all chemical changes, because once they burn, we are not getting them back, they are not retaining their property back. Burning of a candle, showering of curdling of milk, or we can say the conversion of milk to the curd. Burning of a matchstick, burning of magnesium in air. During Diwali, you are bursting the firecrackers, right? In that you are bringing the ribbon. When you were very young, you used to bring a fulkani. It is a magnesium ribbon. So when it burns in presence of air, it will convert into the ash form, which is magnesium oxide, and it does not retain back into the magnesium. Rusting of iron, right? When iron thing rust, then that rust will not be away after some times, and you will get iron in original position back. Digestion of food is also chemical change, that once your food which you have taken, if its digestion takes place, then the digested food will not originally come back in the original form before you have eaten it up. Bursting of a cracker, ripening of fruits, and growing of a plant into a tree. These are the common chemical changes. What are the chemical characteristics of the chemical change? The first is, in a chemical change, the chemical composition and chemical properties of the reacting substance completely changes. Just now I have given the example, I have given once again, carbon plus oxygen, completely both different, and their composition has changed, a new form, that is carbon dioxide. Whenever a chemical change takes place, one or more new substances are formed. For example, burning of magnesium in air will give magnesium oxide, right? That magnesium ribbon just now I talked about, Fulkani. A chemical change cannot be reversed easily by simple physical methods. Example, it is not possible to get back milk after it is converted to the curd. A chemical change is a permanent change. It's not like physical change that temporary, that after a while it will be reversed back. Example, the digested food is not possible to convert into the original form of food as it was before the digestion at the time of eating. So, chemical change is a permanent change. A certain amount of energy in the form of heat, light, or sound energy is either absorbed or evolved during chemical change. So this is also one characteristic, that during the chemical change sometimes either the heat energy, light energy, or sound energy is absorbed or evolved. Absorbed, that means it is taken during the reaction, or evolved, that means it is brought out. See here an example. When a cracker bursts, heat, light, and sound energies are evolved. When you fire the crackers, you see it gives high amount of the heat nearby the firecrackers. You will find the temperature is little more. Then it also gives the sparkling lights, and when it's burst, it gives the sound. So all these energies are evolved when the crackers are burst, right? So this is all about the physical and chemical changes.